Okay, welcome back, everybody. This is the Cindy and Char's B2 podcast, where we were born in the 70s, raised in the 80s, and influenced by the 90s, and now we're here to reminisce with you. Char, why don't you tell us where you've been?
Well, you might notice I have this tan,
Mm-hmm.
this glow about me.
I do.
It's funny because I didn't think I was very tan, and then I got to work on Monday, and everybody's like, "Oh my gosh, you're so dark." I'm like, "Oh, am I?" Because I felt like I was white. Anyways, so it was the hubby's birthday, and his birthday is February 1st, and I am always at a meeting for work out of state on his birthday. And this was the first year that I wasn't. So I was like, okay, we're going to do something for your birthday. So we decided to head off to Cancun
Nice.
for 8 nights. And it
So
was
jealous.
lovely.
I
It was so
bet.
beautiful. Maybe we can post a picture for the listeners.
Sounds
Um,
good.
the water, it's like I love the Caribbean. He loves the Caribbean. It was amazing. So we actually haven't talked in a while.
No.
So the listeners won't know this, but it's been a while since you and I have had a conversation. So I'm
Yes.
super excited to catch up tonight.
Yes.
But first things first, because I noticed that you're sipping on something. What are you
I
drinking?
am. I'm finally drinking my favorite beer. It's only around in like January through March. It's called Sam Adams Cold Snap. And so I have been enjoying these for the last month, and I think I have another month or so, and then they'll be gone again.
Yeah.
What do you
So
got?
well, I have something not new and something new that, I did dry January, and I've had
Hmm.
this one drink since December that I've
Okay.
been dying to try. But real quick, I actually wanted to go to Total Wine and get the Samuel Adams Cold Snap and surprise you
And
with
be
me having it.
twins.
Yeah, but I didn't. I never had a chance to make it to Total Wine yet. Um, so I wasn't able to do that. But maybe next week I'll have
All
one
right.
for you. So my drink I'm super excited about is
Caldera.
wait, hold on. This stupid light.
No.
Ah, oh well. Oh, there. Maybe that's better.
Peach.
Anyways,
I
yeah,
see peach.
it's a white peach hard seltzer, and I've never had this. It's 4% alcohol. And of course, it's got no sugar. It's less than 100 calories. So I got this as a gift,
Oh, okay.
and from one of our faithful listeners who knows that I love peach and I love the hard seltzers. So she sent her husband on a mission to find these
Oh,
for me. So I haven't tried it yet. So this is
okay.
the first time. I mean,
Is it great?
yes,
Yay, that's awesome.
that's really good. That is good. Caldera. I've never even heard of it. White peach. I don't know that the white peach really tastes very different than a normal peach.
Yeah.
It's not, I guess I would say maybe it's not as sweet, but it, excuse me, it still has that peachy
And is
flavor.
it carbonated?
Yep.
All
Excuse me.
right. Good
And
answer.
I do have a second drink because I'm sure that one will be gone. This one I have had before and I loved it.
The
There,
San Juan seltzer.
mm-hmm.
Oh, a peach. Oh, the rosé. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a Pacific Northwest one. I loved it, and I still had one, so I grabbed that as a
Awesome.
backup. I also so this isn't a drink, but I have something that I saw these in the store, and I was like, oh my gosh! It reminded me of being a kid, and I don't know the last time I had this item, but I bought it and I've been saving this for us to record, so I've had it for a while too.
Yeah. Ew, those are gross.
Okay. So I know they're kind of chalky, but also
Oh, I've never seen that.
they have chocolate ones.
Okay, well, try one and let me know.
Okay, I'm gonna
I
try
think
one
it's
right
going to be
now.
gross.
I mean, I do remember the Neckos. I think that's how it's pronounced, right? Necco.
Probably, yeah.
So I remember them being kind of chalky. But let's see. They're crunchy. Yeah, kind of tastes like chalk.
Yummy.
This one tastes a little bit like very light chocolate chalk. So wait, I want to taste one of the regular Neckos because these ones have different color flavors, right?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
There
I
wasn't
see
a whole lot of candy I wouldn't eat as a kid, but that was one of them.
that you wouldn't eat. Oh yeah,
Nah.
see there's pink and purple and white and yellow. I wonder if the yellow's banana. Let's try yellow. Is that? I think it's banana. Maybe I just want it to be banana.
It's yellow flavor. It probably has
I
no
don't.
flavor.
I don't. It doesn't really have a flavor.
No.
What
It's
about
just
pink?
chalk. Probably tastes exactly the same.
It does. Oh wait, no, that one has like a. That one tasted like Pepto Bismol.
Oh.
Ew. That one wasn't good.
Hurry, eat another one to try to get the taste out of your mouth.
Orange. I don't know. Okay,
Tastes
but
like
I have
chalk.
one more thing.
Okay.
Now, oh, there's the flavor now. That one I think was orange.
Okay.
They definitely taste like fake flavor something or other. I mean, I'll probably eat them.
Ew.
Not the pink one though. That felt like I was having medicine. So there were 3 different flavors of this particular thing. There was a blue pack, a red pack, and I cannot remember what I think the third one was white, but I cannot remember the name of it. But do you remember this?
Oh, yes.
And blackjack was the
Yeah.
blue one. I was looking for the black. Well, I saw these and I was like, oh, do they have all of them? They only had this one. So the family that I used to babysit for, I remember they, I think it was the blackjack gum that he used to eat. So I grabbed this. I'm assuming clove is going to taste like clove.
Yeah, cloves. Like something that it should be in like pumpkin pie.
Which I have tried clove cigarettes before, which let me just first say I am not a smoker. But I like 30 years ago, my sister-in-law used to smoke clove cigarettes. And so I would, try them with her every now and then. So let me see if these are just as disgusting. Oh, it's not as harsh as like clove. It's very subtle. The clove is very subtle.
Is that all the only flavor?
That's the only one that they had, so that's all I
No,
could
I mean
get.
the only flavor you're getting from the gum, or does it
Oh,
have like
oh,
mint, or is it just
It's just clove, but it's very, very light. It's very subtle. It's not overwhelming clove like a clove cigarette or even the smoke from a clove cigarette. It's like so like punch in the face like clove.
yeah?
This isn't that way.
Huh?
Um, I don't know that I would want to chew on this just for the fun of it.
Does it feel like it gives you good breath or no?
Tell me. Yeah, bad. Right. Yeah. No, I don't feel like
No.
it's doing anything.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll take that out because I can't chew gum the whole podcast. But I thought those were fun. They were nostalgic, like the clove gum, especially. Again, the family that I used to babysit for, I started babysitting for them when I was like 13 years old. And I remember specifically the blackjack gum.
Mm-hmm.
And that one tastes like black licorice, which I'm not a fan of black licorice. unless it's Jägermeister, which apparently I'm too old for Jägermeister, but I still enjoy a Jaeger bomb,
Ugh.
which we had a super birthday bowl party at our house on Sunday with a bunch of friends. And what was I just saying?
Uh,
Jägermeister,
oh
Jaeger
yeah.
bombs. Yeah. So one of our friends that was over, because I told her that I have the little Jaeger bomb cups and I'll travel with them. So like if me and the girls go on a trip to Vegas or something, I'll take them and we'll get a little bottle of Jägermeister, and we always do Jaeger bombs before we go out. So she had mentioned it, and I was like, oh. Wait, you might be in luck. And I looked, and I had Jaeger, and one of our other guests had brought an energy drink, and he let me have it, and so I made Jaeger bombs
Oh
for a
my
bunch of
gosh.
people, including one that had never had one before. So that was really fun. But this the blackjack and the club, like that just totally took me back. And same with the Necco, like it that just reminded me of childhood.
You
Like,
know, that kind of just reminded me of. Do you remember the cinnamon flavored toothpicks?
yeah. Yes, they came in the little
Yeah.
clear pack.
Yes.
My dad used to love those.
I haven't
And you
seen
would
those
chew
in
on them until
forever.
they were like falling apart.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think you actually use them as a toothpick.
No, you just chewed on them. I
Yeah,
totally forgot about
I don't
those.
know if they make those still.
I
But
don't think so.
your Neckos remind me of a candy that is very pertinent for right now, Valentine's Day. I think it's kind of like the conversation hearts, right? That little chalky,
Yes, except, yeah, it's very much, I think it's made of the same ingredients. It's just the conversation hearts are
more fun.
smaller and thicker. These
Yeah.
are flat and round, but yeah, the conversation hearts, those are still a thing. Like
Hmm.
every February, that's something that never went away.
I think it's cute. I mean, I wonder if they say different things now, like instead of what we,
Oh yeah,
you
I'm
know,
sure they say stuff like,
I want to riz you or whatever.
yeah, well, it's probably all shorthand now,
Oh,
because
maybe.
kids text in shorthand, so the
Yeah,
conversation hearts are probably shorthand. But
true.
yeah, Valentine's Day is coming up.
Yeah, I know how you feel about Valentine's Day.
I do. I do. What do you think of the holiday?
I
The holiday.
Yeah, I agree with you. I really the only people I feel like it probably should pertain to are people who have just started dating, or someone who has a crush on someone and they're not dating yet, but they would like to date. They would like them to be their girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever. But
So
people
using
who
Valentine's Day is just kind of a cutesy way to like,
pass,
hey,
yeah, I
yeah,
like you. I mean, that would be fun for somebody to reveal that they had a crush on you on Valentine's Day. Maybe like you got some roses and you weren't
yeah,
expecting them. I mean, that would
yeah,
be fun. But yeah, married people or even people who've been dating a long time, you probably have your anniversary. Well, married people have an anniversary date, but
yeah,
other people probably have some sort of special day that's just for them. And so Valentine's Day, for those couple of instances that I told you about, that would be, I think, really cool. Otherwise, I've also heard it referred to as Singles Awareness Day, because the people who are single really feel almost singled out, just
mm,
I don't have somebody that loves me, and this day kind of sucks.
yeah,
So, I mean, that sucks for them.
yeah, yeah. So I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but I hate the holiday. I always have. I have somebody, I have a husband who I love dearly, but I still think it's a stupid holiday. And I actually get mad if he sends me flowers on Valentine's Day because, so first of all, if you need a special day out of the year to show love and appreciation to your significant other, then you don't deserve that person, because you should be showing love and respect throughout the year.
Sure.
It shouldn't be a commercialized Hallmark holiday.
True.
I mean, it's a money grab as far as I'm
Oh,
concerned.
yes,
It's
definitely.
commercialized just to make money.
Yes.
chocolate, roses. It's cute for kids. Like, when we were in school, it was all cute and everything.
Oh yeah.
But like these girls that are like, oh my God, look at the flowers I got. My boyfriend sent me flowers. I'm like, yeah, well, what did he do in June? Like, come tell me about when he buys you flowers in June just because. Like, that's
True.
what is, I think, holds a little bit more. Like, it just, to me, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
Like, if you're only going to send me flowers on February 14th because, society
Tells you
dictates that
you
you
should.
have to, I don't want your stupid flowers.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same as like you only get flowers when they do something wrong.
Right.
They're apologizing with flowers. It's kind of the same thing. And me and one of my girlfriends, we got into a discussion about Valentine's Day because she felt like, well, that's if that's the one day a year that my husband can remember to actually do something nice for me, I'll take it. I'm like,
I mean, I guess.
you deserve better than that though, because you like everything that you do for your husband and your kids and for your family throughout the year, like it shouldn't be a you know day of the month that it tells
Yeah.
you that you have to. I don't agree with it.
Yeah.
She saw where I was coming from too, and she's like, yeah, you're right. I deserve to be appreciated throughout the year, not just on February 14th. It's
Sure.
like, because does he mean it? Or, okay, that's his reminder. Like, oh, yeah, I need to let my wife know that I appreciate her and love her. It's like, I'm sure you do. I know that you love and appreciate your wife, but waiting until February 14th to tell her or show her, I think is
Yeah.
stupid. So again, I know people are going to come for me, and that's fine. Come for me, fuckers. I don't care.
Well, you know what I used to love though? In when we were little, you'd bring like a little box to school and you'd buy the little box of Valentines and you had to give one to everybody in the class, which
Yep.
was fair, I think,
Yeah. Yep.
because then there would probably be some kids that didn't get any or whatever, and then the
Mm-hmm.
cute person would get all of them. Um, but do you remember getting your pack and whichever one that you liked the least, you're like, oh, I'm giving it so and so because I don't like
Yes.
them as much.
Yep.
And then the cutest one, you're like, oh, I'm gonna give that to him.
Well, first of all, just going and shopping for the cards,
Oh
which
yeah.
I do still see them. Like if I
Mm-hmm.
go into Target or into the grocery store, I still definitely see the little packs of
Yes.
little Valentine's Day cards for the kids to take to school, which they do a lot more now. Now you can buy like candy grams and have them sent, and
Oh yeah.
it's all sorts of stuff now. When we were
Yeah.
kids, it was, you got a box of conversation
Money.
hearts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, from our parents.
Yeah.
But what you took to school was just uh, the Valentine's Day card and a box of conversation hearts.
Yep.
That was it.
Yep.
Unless you had a little boyfriend or a little girlfriend, you would get the little box of chocolates that had like 4 pieces of chocolate in it, and send that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was always the anticipation of seeing if the boy that you had a crush on gave you a Valentine,
Yep.
and then what did
you
it
get
say?
a really cool one? Yep.
And
Yeah.
yep,
Did
yep.
it say love so and so? And you're
Exactly.
like, oh, he loves me.
Yeah. He loves me.
Yep.
Yeah. Valentine's Day, like for kids, it's fun.
Yeah.
I don't know I guess I don't really know the whole story of Valentine's Day. Do you?
Mm, I looked it up and now I've already forgotten
That's how
how
impressive the
important.
story
Yeah.
was.
I mean, I do know that it. Yeah. Never mind. I don't know. I looked it up so long ago, I forgot it. So.
Yeah, I know that Saint Valentine, but I don't know how the holiday became a holiday. And I use the term holiday loosely. It's
Yeah.
not a freaking holiday. It is
A
a
money
money
grab.
grab.
Yep. Yep.
Absolutely.
So let me ask you this a little bit different way I'm going here. But on our last podcast, we talked about the John Benet Ramsey case.
Hmm.
Has anyone hit you up about that since we talked about it?
One, yes. So, our one faithful listener,
Yes.
um, she was like, I hadn't even really thought about it, and it like she hadn't seen the
The doc.
documentary, or heard the podcast. But she hadn't really thought about it. And a lot of the stuff that we were talking about, like,
She
because
didn't.
she didn't know about it because it was from way
I
back
know.
when.
I got feedback too. Some people, they were like, I didn't know there was a letter. What was the letter? I'm like, oh man, yeah. So we are amateurs. We probably should have made it, been better speakers and let everybody know what we were talking about. But yeah, I mean, the
Yeah.
letter was super weird and we didn't really go into that, and that's okay. But I did try to look up more about what the grand jury got to see, of
Oh,
what
okay.
what made them, which we don't get to know. There, it's not there.
Oh.
Which it would have been on the documentary had it been
Mm-hmm.
available, but I tried. But they did talk to somebody. Somebody had did an interview that was on the grand jury, and they weren't able
Mm-hmm.
to say the details, but they said that there was evidence that made them believe that there was abuse that they either knew about or let happen or something of what
Hmm.
they felt that they were guilty of that may have even caused this to happen. But then, and so that's the way they voted, was that there was
Mm-hmm.
evidence, but then the DA never pursued it
So
because they
the DA
probably,
must have felt like there wasn't enough
right,
there.
but a jury of peers felt that there was. They voted yes. They came to a decision.
Okay, but so first you have to ask yourself, what is abuse? What's the abuse?
Abuse that led to her murder.
Oh, I thought you said that could have led
Well,
to her murder.
I don't know. I mean, whatever it was. I mean, they
Mm.
know all the rules. It's
Yeah, yeah.
supposed.
When I was listening back to the podcast, there were a couple things where I was like, "Oh, yeah, of course this makes sense because of this," and now I can't remember. I have to start like making notes because
Right?
so often you and I both do it where we'll listen to the podcast and then we'll remember
Yes.
something or but you had made a comment I want to say it was like why did they want it to be them so bad?
Yeah.
And part of it was because the police had messed up that investigation so bad from the very get-go
Oh, they
with
were just
like
trying to blame it.
with contaminating the scene. Like they didn't do anything that I mean, they let their friends just have free reign of the house.
Yeah.
So I think part of it was like, oh, we need to like we flubbed this. We didn't do what we should have done. So it's like
Okay.
immediately like let's and also they weren't necessarily accepted by the community and
Okay.
they don't want their tight little community thinking that somebody is out there that could have done something so it had to have been from in the house but also oh I remember one of the things because the person was in the house they
Mm-hmm.
they normally they take the victim away
Is what I thought.
maybe the person wanted it to look like the parents did it. That's why they stayed in the house and
Oh.
that's why they did it on the house and left her in the house and because they wanted it to look like it was the parents,
Oh. Okay. Okay. That I never
right?
thought of that. That's a good point. That is a good
Mhm.
point.
Mhm.
I like it. So I thought so. It's not going to be this time because we have not prepared. But speaking of true crime and whatnot, you and I both loved the Netflix series Mindhunter.
Oh yeah.
I've watched it several times. I love it, and I'm very, very salty that they've canceled it and there's not going to be a season 3. So somebody, I don't remember who it was, but somebody said, "Well, you should just write the third season." I'm like,
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe I should. Not. I mean, almost like a book, or I mean, whatever.
Mhm.
If,
Mhm.
if somebody wrote that like a fan,
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
would totally want to read it. I'd be like, okay,
Yeah.
what you got? I want to hear it because I need some closure. You know.
So, did you like the second season as much as the first season?
Well, of course not. Not as
Yeah.
much, but I mean, the Atlanta child killings and the
Yeah.
guy who did it. Oh my gosh, that actor looked just like him. Um, no, it wasn't as good,
Yeah,
but
I
it was
like
still really good.
the
It was
first
good.
season, I could not stop
Oh
watching
yeah,
it. Like I was take my money.
yeah, I know.
I was enthralled. And then the second one I was like, Meh.
I liked it. You need to rewatch it because
maybe I need
it's
to
good.
rewatch
It's
it.
good.
Okay.
But you know how they have they have BTK kind of
Right.
strung in through both of them happening elsewhere
Mm-hmm.
as all of this is happening. So like they're all talking about ones that have already been caught.
Yeah.
This is someone who's active that they don't even know about yet. And it keeps, progressing and escalating. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously I know what happens, but I want them to show me what happens on Mindhunter. Show me. Oh, so good. Anyway.
I don't have the talent to write it, but if you want to do that, you write it and then I'll act it out on the next on one of the podcasts.
No, we won't be acting. I don't know. Like if that was no, I don't want to do it on the podcast. But wouldn't that be? I mean, I would.
Yeah,
read
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I would read it
would probably
if a
too.
fan. Yeah, because my daughter actually likes to read fan fiction. I think it's called.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes someone will take characters that were like maybe Twilight or whatever. They'll take these characters that everybody's familiar with and loves, and put them in a different situation or tweak it a little bit, same situation but a different outcome. And
Oh.
not that they're trying to change it, it's just another idea and it's really fun. I mean, you're not taking away from that, but you're just giving you something new to think about and read, and it's fun.
Okay. Yeah.
Well,
I don't know that I've heard
on
of this.
Mindhunter, I want to know what happens with the adopted son, like because they're building that up.
Yeah. Yeah.
uh Bill Tench's
Yeah.
adopted
Yeah.
son
Yeah.
that was
Yeah. Yeah.
always weird. I mean, that they're making that, and it's like, okay, I want to like. It would be so cool for it to like later, like make it time it where if he was born in the 70s and then however old he was to be like 20 or something, to correlate him with an actual serial killer and make it that
Yeah.
he like grew up to be one. How cool would that be
Yeah.
for a
Yeah.
twist
Yeah.
on that show? Okay, Netflix, come meet with me. I got ideas.
I didn't know that they weren't doing a third season.
Oh, yeah. So people will post on Facebook and stuff, social media. Finally, Netflix is releasing season 3 of Mindhunter. They're just doing that to be mean. It's not real.
There's so much fake news. There's been a couple
Yeah.
things that I'm like, what? And so then I went to Snope. I think it's
Oh yeah,
Snope.com. Snopes. That is Bible to me. And
Yep.
often it's like, no, this is bull crap. I'm like,
Right.
I knew it. I'm like, don't get my hopes up like that. Real quick, maybe it won't be real quick, but I wanted to ask
Probably
you.
not.
So a couple podcasts ago, we were talking about New Year's resolutions.
Yeah.
And you had made a New Year's resolution where you were going to step away from your desk more. You were going to actually like eat lunch and maybe even go for a walk. How are you doing on your New Year's? Should we cut this part out? Are these on? What?
I'm not. What was that
Hello?
you said? Yeah. So no, I'm not. But so I usually walk down to the cafeteria for I'll pick up some food for my mom
Mm-hmm.
and take it home to her for dinner. So I usually do that. I'm not doing all the walking that I had planned. However, the Conqueror Challenge that my sister and I are doing online,
Mm-hmm.
I am doing 1 to 2 miles a day at least on my elliptical. So
Good. Okay.
I was kind of planning on doing that at work, walking through all the tunnels in the hospital, but instead I'm doing that. So different, but
Well,
I am doing something.
I think the more important part of your New Year's resolution was stepping away from your desk. Are you doing that?
Well, I do step down to the cafeteria for a minute to get my mom's food. But I did decide something else because I had so many new things kind of with my job that my desk was a pile. Like you couldn't even see my desk.
Was it like your first grade desk?
It was worse because there was a flat surface. Like I had no flat surface anywhere. And so I finally am like, I've got to clean my desk off. Like I know I have a whole bunch of stuff to do, but I need to clean it off. And I feel so much better.
Yeah.
I feel so much better. and it was starting to get messy again today. I'm like, no, 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 I got to pause and just clean it off. I got to be able to see that desk. Got to
Mm-hmm.
see the desk. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know how I am. So people, I am a little bit OCD about like clutter and like unorganization, just a little bit. So like my desk and my office is always very clean, very tidy. So people will come in and they're like, oh, like it looks like I'm not busy or that I don't have 18 million things going on because my desk doesn't. But every now and then, like right before I went on vacation, I was looking, I'm like, my desk looked, it, it was bad. Like there was just, I had stacks of paper here and files and this and that and everything. And I'm looking for stuff. And my business partner, the AVP, he comes in and he's like, oh, like he could just tell just from
yeah.
walking in my office, the way that my desk looked like, okay, Shar doesn't have time for anything right now. Like it was, my hair's on fire. And so, yeah, I didn't make any New Year's resolutions, but I do need to also step away from my desk more often.
Yeah.
So, again, I'm on a senior management team, and there's four of us on this team. Three of us go to lunch 2 to 3 times a week, where we actually leave the office. We're not just talking about work. We're like, hey, what'd you do this weekend? And actually stepping, and it definitely makes a difference.
I am, yeah, I'm going to make time to go once a month with my friends to lunch.
Good.
So I've got one friend on board. The other one is sick, so we're getting
Hmm.
something scheduled soon as she starts feeling better. So,
Good. 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 Good.
but speaking
Speaking.
of OCD,
Oh,
if you're ever at
okay.
Shar's and you decide you're going to help her with the laundry, don't even bother with the towels because she's just going to stare you down and be like, um, you can just stop because I'm going to redo that. Oh, okay. Be my
Okay.
guest.
I do it behind your back to not make you feel bad because I
It
know
doesn't, I don't.
I know it's my craziness. The way you folded the towel, perfectly acceptable. But for me, it's in my head. Like it has to be like the seam has to be a certain way, and the little stripes on the towel they need to be a certain way and facing out, and they
Yeah,
all.
I'm sure they work better when you do that.
See, that's the thing. I'm telling
Okay.
you, the way you do it, there is nothing wrong with it. See, these are those things that I also have to like pick my battles with my husband. It's like somebody actually once told me this when she first became a mom, which was like 50 years ago. She told me that with her kids, like if they were doing something where her immediate knee jerk reaction was like, no, don't, she would stop and think, is this going to matter in a week? Is this going to matter in a month? Is this going to matter in a year? If your answer is no, then who cares? Let them do it. And I'm like, I like that. And so I kind of took that just for myself.
Yeah.
Like when my husband has stuff all over the counter, the kitchen counter, which I hate, hate, can't stand it. I think, is this going to matter next week? Is it going to? No, it doesn't matter that there's stuff on the, it's, I don't like it. It drives me crazy, but does it matter? No. Is it hurting anything? No. It just looks messy to me and I don't like that. And it's my own thing. So people always are like, oh God, don't judge me. I don't like, I can go into somebody else's house and it doesn't like, it can be like you haven't cleaned your house in 10 years and I
Like my
don't
house.
care. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't bother me. It's my house, my stuff that like I
Yeah.
have this weirdness about. So, like, people, if you invite me over to your house for dinner, don't think I'm going to be like, doing a white glove test because I really don't care. It's your house. I don't care. It's my house. And I know it's,
Well, speaking of you, I have a question because
speaking of you.
I posted something on Facebook the other day and I tagged you in it and it said, "Would you save your best
Oh,
friend? Would you
yeah.
walk through this?"
Yeah.
I would walk through it to save you.
Would you?
Yes.
Oh, God.
It's just
I would
spiders.
try. I would try. You don't. It's
Now, would
just
I?
spiders. What if it was frogs? Okay,
I know.
let's turn this around. What if every one of those spiders was a frog? Are you going to come in and save me?
I would. I might die of a heart attack, but I would. I would try. Oh my
See,
God, I hope they don't touch me.
they will. You're
Okay.
walking through a spider web. Frogs don't have spider webs. Spider webs and spiders are the same thing to me. They're going to
Oh,
kill
I don't
you.
care about a spider web. Yeah.
Oh, no. That's how I get my cardio workouts. Just send me through. Like if I accidentally walk through a web, it's like flash dance. I'm
So, okay, so you would try.
I I'm telling you, if your life was on the line, I would do everything I could to get in there and say, but I'm guarantee I'm going to have to go get help. I'm just not going to be able to do it. There was one time, so me and my bestie, who, is our faithful listener, her and I we used to go walk because we lived next door to each other.
Mm-hmm.
We had went for a walk, like after work, we would, we were always home alone. So like we went for a walk. And there was this one time where we're walking on this trail and then all of a sudden there was a snake going across the trail.
Me this.
It was a dead snake. I could not go past it. I froze. And she's like, "Char, it's dead." And I'm like, I realize that I really want to I want to move forward, but I can't. She's like, "Do you need me to like scrape it off the sidewalk?" And I'm like, "Could you?" So she took a stick. And
Could
she
you
had to,
please?
like, yeah, she took a stick and she had to like peel it up and like fling it off. I literally couldn't move. And that I could probably handle a snake a little bit better than I can handle a spider. I had jumped out of a moving car because of a spider. I crashed a truck one time because of a spider was crawling up the steering column. I saw it, freaked out, crashed.
Okay.
So if it literally was to save your life, I would do everything I could. Oh God, just the thought about it. Like I would be crippled. Like I wouldn't be able to go in there as much as I would want to.
So for our listeners, there on social media, there was this picture of, I mean, it was just like solid cobwebs with giant spiders all over in it. And
Maybe
it said,
you can put it up and
I
show
will.
people.
Okay, I'll find it. Would you, go through this to go like save your best friend or whatever? And so I tagged her in it, and she was like, sorry. It's been a good friendship.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, would.
These 45 years have been great, but
Right.
Sorry. I did say I would absolutely run and get help though.
No.
I think that literally would be. Have you seen the one where there's a house like totally engulfed in flames, burning down to the ground, and it's like, what happened? There was a spider. That would be me.
Yeah.
I literally crashed a vehicle and jumped out of a moving car one time because of a spider.
I think that you could get over it. I think you would just.
I would sure try, but I have no faith in myself.
I have faith.
And it wouldn't be because I would probably be standing there like crying and like going into like panic, stroke, heart attack because I want to save you, but like my body will not move forward. Maybe. I have a feeling that's what would happen.
Maybe.
Like people don't get. I'm a pretty tough girl. We've talked about this. Spiders. Okay, so here's my thing. Anything with no legs or more than 4 is not my friend, and I'm usually afraid of it. So if it has 6 legs or no legs at all, snakes, not my friend.
Okay.
2 legs and 4 legs. Most 4 legs.
What about a fish?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to cuddle with one, but
I don't want to cuddle with it, but
I also like
hold still. Cuddle with me.
I've never. Well, that's not true. I did have a fish. I've had 2 fish. One was Snoop Fishy Fish. It was a beta. Remember Snoop Fishy Fish?
I do.
He was like when I had that fish like 30 years ago, and then My coworkers thought it would be fun to get me a fish for my birthday one time.
Oh,
His name was Jameson because that was the year I went to Ireland. So I
okay.
named the fish Jameson, and it's really funny because my manager, I put it on his calendar every day at noon while I was gone to walk Jameson.
He's like, okay.
Yeah. So I like to actually touch it. Like I'm not a fisher. I'm not a fisher woman, a fisher person.
Mm-hmm.
If I caught a fish, I could take it off a
Mm-mm.
hook. I don't
Nope,
know.
I gotta wear gloves.
I mean,
I'm a
okay.
fisherwoman. I'm a big fisherwoman. I gotta wear gloves. I don't
Yeah.
want to touch the fish.
Okay.
Nope.
Yeah.
As long as I have gloves on, I can touch it. But no, it's too slimy, and sometimes there's tea. No,
So can you touch a frog if you have gloves
no,
on?
oh, no,
Okay.
no. I
So
did. I have touched a frog once. But it didn't cure me of my fear.
okay. So maybe the next time we're together, we should just do a little experiment where maybe I have 5 frogs that
Five?
you have to hold to
How
show that
big?
you would actually save my life, and I have to hold 5 I can't. Mm-mm. Spiders bite and kill you. Frogs
Okay.
don't.
What about what about like the nice jumping spiders?
See, okay, let me tell people why am afraid of spiders. So, you know my brother, you
Mm-hmm.
know most of my cousins. When we were kids, our garage was like every 70s house. It was full of cobwebs and like, old bicycles. My brother and my cousins would torture us girls. So they'd be like, sure, call us out into the garage, open the garage door, and they would throw daddy long legs on us.
Daddy long legs are no big deal.
Listen, they are the most poisonous spider, but they don't have mouths big enough to bite you or fangs. But
Okay.
they are the most venomous,
Oh,
the most poisonous. It's a
okay.
fact. Look it up.
Okay.
Snopes.com.
Okay.
But it's the whole fear of like there's a spider. So now as an adult, anytime I see a spider, I'm convinced that it is going to jump, no matter how far away it is, it's going to jump on my face and eat it off until I
Oh,
die.
okay.
I realize it's irrational. I'm smart enough to know that, but I can't get over the fear of it.
Do
So
you know
that's
why? Oh, go ahead.
no, I was going to say that's why I'm so afraid of spiders.
Do you want to know why I'm so scared of frogs?
Does
So,
it have something to do with your boyfriend when you
no,
were in oh,
no,
okay.
no. No. It happened in junior high. Now I never liked frogs, but I wasn't afraid of them. I just they were slimy and kind of gross. I didn't want to touch them, but I wasn't deathly afraid.
Hmm.
So remember the bleachers that they would bring out to outside, like in the field or
Oh,
whatever.
I remember this now, but you can keep telling the listeners.
So I was sitting up at the top of the bleachers, which I don't know how far, 6 feet up, maybe
Hmm.
up. I'm sitting up there, and this girl is sitting next to me, and she was holding one of those little tiny frogs in her palm, and she was sitting next to me, and I'm just like, okay, I don't like it, but I'm just gonna sit here. I'm not gonna let it know I'm afraid. I'm just gonna just chill. I'm just gonna sit here. So I'm kind of, keeping my eye on it because she's just sitting there. She's like petting it and whatever. It's just sitting there. Yeah, she's like going like that, and it's just sitting
Do I
there.
know the girl?
Oh, I don't remember who it
Oh,
was.
okay, okay.
So, but I'm keeping my eye on it. I'm just kind of side eyeing this frog. So it's just sitting there, being a frog, whatever. And then all of a sudden it looks over at me and it leaps right at my face. And I fall off and, hurt myself and everything. I've been really. So why? Why did it need to do that? It's just
Hmm.
hanging out. But no, it had to like look at me quickly, like, and then leaped at my face. So, yeah, so that's why I'm afraid. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure frogs do want to leap at my face and maybe eat it off or try
Okay,
to kill
but
me.
frogs, do they even have teeth? I don't even think frogs have teeth.
Well, they can be venomous.
Yes, there are some of those ones, but don't those ones live in like like the jungles? Like,
Yeah. And there's really big. Oh, I've also seen videos where somebody had a pet frog and they were feeding it or whatever, and it totally just like swallowed their whole finger, which I guess it didn't have teeth, maybe, but it's totally trying to eat her whole finger.
Did she die?
I don't know. I didn't see the end. Okay, also, let me just tell you,
I just okay.
let me tell you, when I stayed with Matt when we first started dating and he lived at Ken's house out there in
Mm-hmm,
Cottonwood,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
he was kind of out in the whatever.
Out in the boonies.
Yeah, and so they had one restroom and I'm sitting there using the restroom and the tub is sitting there and I see something move out of the corner of my eye. A frog came up the drain from the bathtub. I mean, they're lucky I didn't jump up and pee everywhere because. And they're like, and so I ran out there and I said something. They're like, oh yeah, they come up there sometimes. I'm like, oh, what? And then there was one in his bedroom one time, a frog all the way in his bedroom. Mm-mm. And then Ken grabbed it and chased at me, and I ran all the way down that road, whatever it was, Bowman Road or whatever, in the middle of the night. I don't know. I was like, no shoes. I ran.
That would be me with a spider. I get it, B2. Like
Okay.
I totally understand your fear because that is me with spiders. The difference is spiders are poisonous and can kill you. Frogs are usually not look,
I
brown
don't know.
recluse, black widow,
Didn't your brother
tarantulas.
get bit by a brown recluse?
He did.
And he didn't have to have like an antibiotic thing
Yes,
on.
yes. He ended up with this huge boil and he had to have it lanced and a wick put in it. And speaking of my brother,
Hi, Sean. Yeah, Char's brother was in Oklahoma City the other day, and so she's like, "You have to go see my brother." I haven't seen him in I don't know, probably over 30 years.
mhm.
So that was fun, and he is a fan. He watches our podcast, and he did not remember when him and Kenny Boy like hung me out the window of the apartment by my feet.
He was
I
probably
think
stoned. That's why he doesn't remember.
he kept saying, he was just like, I can't believe we did that. Like, I think he felt bad. I was like, well, I didn't
Yeah.
die. It's fine. But he was just like, oh my God, what were we thinking? I
Oh,
don't
maybe I
know.
should remind him that him and Kenny Boy used to throw spiders on me in the garage.
Maybe you should. Maybe you should.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And he actually mentioned, he's like, yeah, I watched the one where we were talking about the colonoscopy. He was like,
Has
he
he
did
not
not.
done one?
Uh,
Oh. So me
Go
and my
ahead.
brother, we talk often, but we usually aren't talking about colonoscopies.
Yeah, he
So
wasn't a fan.
he travels a lot for work. He travels all
Yeah.
over like Canada and all over the U.S.,
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Oh, he's always on the West Coast or in like the Midwest. He's never on the West side. So
Hmm.
I never get to have those visits with him. But what I just happened to be texting him that night and I was like, where are you at tonight? And he's like, oh, I'm in Oklahoma City. And I'm like, get out. That's where Cindy lives. I'm like, you guys should totally meet up. And so then I started texting you and texting him. And I'm glad that you did go and meet up with
Yeah,
him
it was
because,
fun. It was
yeah,
fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Yep.
He's done well for himself. He finally
Yep.
grew up and he's done well for himself. And he is a faithful listener. And he even told me that he will go and try to find the drinks that we're drinking so he can try them too. And
Yes.
so, yeah.
Super
So,
cool.
funny story. My brother, I have always called him boy. Like my whole life, I've always called him boy. I've never called him Sean. I've never called him bro or brother. I've always called him boy. And it's because when we were kids, I couldn't really talk yet. I was a little kid. And my dad would be like, boy, girl, boy, girl. Like, she's a girl, you're a boy. So I just started calling him boy. Like my whole life, I've
Yeah,
always
you
called him
did.
boy. So, and it's funny because like when I would be, I was in high school or whatever, and like a relative would come visit and, I would refer to him as boy and they'd be like, oh my God, she still calls him boy. It would be like not calling your mom anymore.
Yeah,
Like all of a sudden,
true.
like, hey, Nancy, like that's just weird. So I've always just called him boy.
Boy, yeah,
Yeah.
I remember.
So, anyways, yeah. So
Well,
I'm glad that you got. I was super jealous. I was like,
I know.
man,
I know.
I don't even get to see him.
Oh,
But
I'll put the picture up because I took a
oh yeah,
picture
you
and
totally
sent it.
should.
I'll put that
Yeah,
up too.
make
Um,
get his permission first.
oh, okay. I'm sure. Well, yeah, I'm sure
I'm
he
sure
won't
he
care.
won't care, but
Yeah. Well, he can let you know. Oh, actually, he'll have to let us know before because
Yeah.
you wouldn't know about it. Okay.
Yeah.
So believe it or not, we've been talking almost an hour, so it's time for trivia. What did we talk about? I don't know. A bunch of random
Spiders and frogs.
stuff. Okay, yeah, let's be done with that. Okay. Okay, so it's my turn, and I'm like, I'm not set up very well today. Okay, so
I know
I've got
you're giving me motion sickness. You've been like moving around a lot.
I am so sorry. I tried to do it in here so my
Yeah.
dog wouldn't
Oh yeah,
bug
yeah.
us.
Yeah, Avery, she's been a bit of a scene stealer the last few podcasts.
So yep, she's in her crate. So we're doing the Gen X challenge, and the first couple I looked at were hard. So let's see how you do.
You had a lot of hard ones
Yeah.
I think the last two you had a lot of hard ones. So
Yes. All right.
let's see how smart I are.
In which movie did the mayor say, "That was a Shakespeare in the Park production of Julius Caesar, you moron. You killed 5 actors, good ones"?
Have I seen this movie?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen it, but it's been a long time.
Well, you know how I am.
I wouldn't have got this.
No idea.
We've talked about this movie.
Okay.
Because he says, "And don't call me Shirley."
Oh, Airplane.
I'm sorry, never mind, wrong movie. Same guy, The Naked Gun.
Oh, yeah. The Naked Gun.
Sorry.
Okay, Leslie
Same actor.
Nielsen. Leslie Nielsen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Another one that I have no idea. Which comedian was known as the, quote, love goddess and incorporated an accordion into her stand-up routines?
Why does this seem familiar?
I have never heard this name.
I feel like I know somebody playing an accordion. The love goddess. I don't know. Give me a hint.
Judy Tenuta.
Nope. No idea.
Okay.
If I saw a picture, maybe I'd be like, oh yeah, that's who I was thinking.
I think you'll get this one.
Okay.
What game?
Because I'm feeling stupid right now.
What game had 2 robots, one red and one blue, inside a plastic...
Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
That's right. Inside a plastic ring with the objective of knocking the opponent's block off.
Do you remember also the pins? That it was a pin.
Yes.
And it had the 2 little arms that...
I do.
Yeah.
What beer used the tagline, "Tastes great, less filling"?
Tastes great, less filling. Miller, is it Miller Lite? Yeah, it's Miller Lite, yeah. Okay.
It is.
Those commercials
ding, ding.
are still, actually, the one guy, what's his name? He was in Old School. He's one of the Wilson brothers. One of the
Luke Wilson.
Not Luke, the other one. The dark-haired one. Luke Wilson's...
I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his name right now.
He does the commercials now.
Wait, Luke Wilson is the dark-haired. Owen Wilson is the blonde.
Okay, Luke Wilson. Yeah. Okay. It's him. Yeah. He does those commercials.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it's the same thing.
I don't know if you'll remember this, but once you hear the name, you'll definitely remember.
Okay.
Who played Detective Dennis Booker on 21 Jump Street?
Oh, the Shatner.
No.
It wasn't Shatner? The show's TJ Booker, right?
No.
Heather Locklear. Oh,
no,
21 Jump Street.
Yeah, who played Detective Dennis Booker on 21 Jump Street?
You said Booker, and I was thinking TJ Booker, which I do believe was Shatner.
Wasn't it TJ Hooker?
Yes, it was TJ Hooker, and it was Shatner and Heather Locklear,
right? That sounds right.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay, so Johnny Depp? Was that? Mm-hmm. No?
He was in it, but he wasn't Detective Dennis Booker. I haven't thought of this person in a long time.
Give me a hint.
I don't know.
Oh, B2.
Richard Grieco.
Richard Grieco? That's the hint?
No, that's the answer.
Oh!
I don't know what else to hint about him. I really don't know anything else he's been in.
I don't either. I'm like, that's the hint. That's a terrible hint.
That's an obvious one. Okay. I don't know this one. What was the
Wow.
iconic catchphrase used by Fred the Baker in Dunkin' Donuts commercials to signify the start of his workday?
I have no idea. Now, we didn't have Dunkin' growing up.
Right?
To this day, I've never had Dunkin' Donuts.
Well, we have them here, but I don't go there.
Yeah, but we didn't have them as kids growing up. I have
No.
no idea. So we don't have them here in the Pacific Northwest either.
Oh,
So,
really?
no.
Well, apparently his catchphrase was, "It's time to make the donuts."
Okay. I'm pretty sure I'm 4 for 0 right now.
Okay,
No, I got one.
I'm gonna move a little bit because I just have to, and you'll see my weird plant and my inflatable beer. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm back. My leg was hurting. Okay,
Okay.
so this one, I love this movie, and I think that you should too. In which movie did Goldie Hawn and Meryl Streep star as rivals who drank a potion for eternal youth?
Oh, Death Becomes Her.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Okay, I haven't seen that in a very long time, but
It's
I
so
do remember it. Because didn't one of them steal the other's husband?
Yeah, and it was
Because
oh
there's
my
a
gosh.
third in that one, right? Isn't there a third woman in that one? It's not just Meryl Streep and Goldie Hawn. Isn't there a third
No,
person?
I don't think
Oh.
so, but it's oh my god, why can't I think of his name? He's the guy in oh my god. He's married to Demi Moore and he was in Die
Ashton
Hard.
Kutcher. Oh, Bruce Willis.
Thank you. Oh my god, I can picture him. So he's the man. He's the
Oh!
husband.
Yep, that's right. That's right.
Okay, I think you'll know this one. What were the black and yellow guides called that were often used by students as a shortcut in their reading assignments?
Can I just tell you, first of all, when you say black and yellow, I think black and yellow, black and Wiz Khalifa, because Pittsburgh Steelers, black and
Okay.
yellow. Okay. Can you repeat the question? I got
can.
sidetracked.
What were the black and yellow
Thank you.
guides called that were often used by students as a shortcut in their reading assignments?
Oh, those were the Cliff Notes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Every week you have a pet that just has to.
Yeah. Okay, I think you'll get this one.
Her eyes are like red.
It's the reflection of her retina. Okay. What was the name of the cartoon where Penny and her dog Brain often
Inspector
outsmarted
Gadget.
yes, outsmarted the villainous Dr. Claw while assisting Penny's uncle? Inspector. Da-na-na-na-na. Inspector Gadget.
Da 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 da.
Yep.
That it's funny. I was just talking to somebody the other day. Oh no, I was in Boise for work, and we had went to lunch, and I forgot something, and I was trying to reach it, and I was like, go Gadget Arm, and he goes, okay, you're aging yourself right now, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like, do you remember that show? And he's like, yeah, of course I remember it, and I was like, Penny and the dog, what was the dog's name? And it took us a minute, but then remembered Brain. Yeah.
So I saw something on social media today that was pretty funny. It said, "This will show your age. Finish the lyric of this song. Blame it on the blank."
Rain.
I know. I was like, what else is there? And there were some other ones like from probably the 70s. And then there was some probably from nowadays. I'm like, oh, I don't know those. I only knew Rain.
Blame it on the, Jamie
Pain.
Foxx.
Somebody said pain. Blame it on the pain. I don't know what that is.
So Jamie Foxx has a song, Blame It. It goes through a whole bunch of blame it on the. Blame it on the alcohol.
Oh, that one was in there.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. But I definitely thought of Rain. Oh, I saw a funny meme too. It said Milli Vanilli. They were standing there looking kind of pissed off. It's all Milli Vanilli watching all the people get famous off lip syncing on TikTok.
Aren't they both dead?
Oh, I don't know.
One of them for sure is dead.
Okay.
So it's anytime that, like, if it says, like, if we're watching something and it's refers to an actor that's passed away, I always go like, he's dead or she's dead. And my husband's always like, you are so cold. Like, I'm
well,
just
it's
stating
true.
a fact. They're dead. Anyways.
Okay, this one is a blast from the past. I think that you'll know this show. I used to watch it. What was the name of the TV show that featured the Hackett brothers who ran a one plane airplane or airline called Sandpiper Air?
Was it a water plane? Was it one of those,
No.
a water plane?
Uh-uh.
Two brothers ran a plane? Piper plane. I don't know that I know that.
Wings. I can't think of the actor's name, but he's been in a lot of things now.
Didn't your sister meet one of those
No,
guys?
that was Great American Hero.
No, I knew that, but I thought.
And John Poncherelli.
Oh,
That's
wait.
it.
No, maybe it's just because I know there's a picture of her standing by a plane.
Yeah, because her husband flew planes.
No, before her husband. There's a
No,
picture
that
of
was
her.
it.
Are you sure?
Yes, because that was like one of their first dates or whatever.
Okay, maybe that's what it is
Yeah.
then. Okay.
Okay. So that one was a good one. Oh, you bet. I don't know if you're going to get this one, but
I
would have
think
got
I've
it.
only gotten one so far, and that was Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
Okay. In which game did players embark on a quest to collect the 8 fragments of the Triforce of Wisdom in order to save a princess?
Zelda?
Yeah. The
Oh.
Legend of Zelda. Yes.
Okay.
I was
fun
sending
fact,
it to you.
Fun fact. I received it. Fun fact. I've never played Zelda.
Oh, it's fun.
So
Or it was fun. I don't know if it is. Okay.
Basically, so apparently, okay, wait, B2. Tell me, did you ever play the Oregon Trail?
I've only seen things about it, but I don't remember ever playing it.
So apparently, like for us in California, that was not a thing. I do not remember anything about Oregon Trail.
Like you died from dysentery.
But my husband, who grew up in Southern California and is 10 years younger than me, he knew about it and he played it as a kid in school. I'm like, I know nothing about it. I did not.
I've
That
only
was
seen
not
memes.
a thing. Yeah, that is not a thing for me. But
No.
here in the Pacific Northwest, especially, every kid
Oh.
knew that game. And then again, people in Southern California, I'm like, no.
I don't know. I had never seen it.
I'd never seen it either.
Okay, let's do 2 more.
I think
don't
we
know
should
if
do
you'll
more
get-
than that because I've only gotten 2 right, and one was a guess.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if you'll get. I don't know this one. What was Kylie Minogue's debut single?
Oh, Kylie Minogue. What was her debut single?
I can give you a hint because I do know the song. I just didn't know who the singer was.
I know her song. I can't think of it.
You want a hint?
Something about girls.
No.
Oh.
Come on, baby. Do the.
Oh, yeah. Locomotion.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep.
Ding, ding, ding. Okay. I think. Well, I don't know if you're going to get this one, but this is one of my all-time favorite movies. I love this movie. In which movie did Steve Martin play a fire chief with an abnormally large nose who helped a young man court their mutual love interest by ghostwriting his love letters?
I do love that movie also. And it is called, what's that movie called?
I have a hint if you need it.
No. I know it. It's, I keep wanting to say Roxanne, and that is not it.
It's right.
Is it Roxanne?
Yeah.
Okay.
You should say that.
I keep wanting to say
love
Roxanne, but
that
I know that's
movie.
not it. Yes, that was a really cute movie. Wasn't it Daryl Hannah, the
It
girl?
was.
Yeah.
It was. Okay. Oh, and just for Chris, Daryl Hannah is who is in Splash. He asked so many times about all these different actresses. Isn't that who was in Splash? I'm like, no, it's not. And so finally, this is one of those times that I can say, yes, it was.
I was going to say, and she was in Splash. That's
Yes.
when she was like really cool. She's kind of weird now.
Is she?
Yeah. Have you
I
seen her
mean,
recently?
no, the last thing I think I saw her in was Pulp Fiction, which is, I mean, I'm sorry, not Pulp Fiction, Kill Bill,
Oh,
which was, yeah.
Daryl Hannah was in Kill Bill.
Hmm.
What part did she play in Kill Bill?
She was, code name, was she Black Mamba? I think she was Black Mamba. She had a patch, and she
Oh.
was at the end. Well, it might have been the second one.
Oh. Wait, I think I do remember that. So funny, I just recently watched those. The
For the
hubby
first
and I
time.
did. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I
I was like,
love
I've
Kill Bill.
never, I had seen parts of them, but I'd
Hmm.
never watched it. So we ended up, and one of them we ended up having to buy because out of all the streaming platforms we had, they didn't
Couldn't find,
have both of them.
of course.
Yeah, so you do the first one, and then it's like, oh, you want to watch the second one now? Well, now you have to pay $19.99. I'm like, no, don't do it. Me, I'm always like, nope. And he's like, babe, it's $20. It's not a big deal. I'm like, no, it's principle.
Right. Okay, a couple more. I think you'll get these. The 1985 cover of That's What Friends Are For was performed by Dion and Friends. It was a collaboration between Dionne Warwick, Gladys Knight, Stevie Wonder, and what other artist?
I know the song. That's what friends are for. You thought I would get this?
Yeah.
Usually music is my thing. Let me just tell you that while the hubby and I were in Cancun, our resort does, fun stuff at night. And they did a trivia night and we killed it because it was all
Nice.
80s and 90s music.
Nice.
Stevie Wonder,
That's a good guess, but no.
Ray
He's
Charles, the other blind
no.
one.
He's a very flamboyant man, and he plays piano.
Oh, Elton John.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna do one more, and I
I am
don't know
not
if
doing well.
I don't know if you watched this cartoon. I definitely watched this cartoon. I think I still watch it, but
Ren and Stimpy.
no. Which show had a main character that frequently said, "I sell propane and propane accessories"?
Oh, King of the Hill.
Yay!
Hank Hill.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, we're gonna stop there.
Oh.
Sorry,
wah,
B2.
wah. I only got like 2 right.
No, you got like at least 5.
Well,
They were hard. I will agree.
You had to give me a couple hints, and then even then,
That's
I didn't
okay.
get some of them. Okay, fine.
But my knees are about to die, so
I'm
gotta
gonna
go.
I'm gonna go eat my Neckos.
All right. Well, my beer's way over there, and I can't get up yet. So, cheers.
Okay. Well, until next time.